Titanfall 2 stereotypes for crap. This will be all the weapons I have unlocked and stuff. So yeah, here we go. The hemlock, because usually for a person playing the game that is a camper, but somehow manages to hit every single shot, which is really annoying.
FBI, Football Power Index.
Oh, okay.
It's a computer program. They should. They're not.
The carbine is usually for people who like snipers, but also need to have a weapon just in case they want to fight. So they usually use the carbine.
The way that defense played against the Saints,
Or the R101 carbine. The R201 carbine is usually for really good shot hitters that are usually have a really quick and running playstyle. Usually full of usually they use the RE45 auto as a thing, as their secondary. I forgot to add this to the hemlock. Usually they use the cloak because it's easy to cloak them, because you just stand behind a wall and shoot people and cloak whenever somebody finds you. The pulse blade is usually for someone who is usually plays a lot of Genji. I mean a lot of Genji. Not Genji, I mean Hanzo. Sorry, Hanzo. Usually for somebody who plays Hanzo and wanted to test out. The grapple are usually for players who are new and are trying to learn. So yeah. The AWOL, get the pun there? The AWOL is usually used for people who are usually have a Reinhardt style play. They make a shield and make everybody fight. And then there's
the bad thing with the problem is that just a Civil War fight song, or does that belong to one of the branches of the military?
the holo pilot is usually used for someone who loves to trick people. Especially noobs. Noobs really get attracted to these guys. Usually the phase shifts and the stims are in the same category. They go with this. They usually go with this type of loadout. By the way, stereotypes don't mean that everybody follows it. Just saying. And so now to grenades. Usually the art grenades are for new players that weren't really into the frag grenade, so they decided to use something more traditional, to use something a little bit less traditional and a little bit more effective in this game. Then there's the fire star for people usually people who are trying to sneak, who are trying to explode, who are trying to kill people with a really powerful thing. Use this. The gravity star is for usually people trying to capture the flag. Capture the flag is pretty people who really love to capture the flag. Then electric smoke, just for ninjas. Satchel, usually for people who are pretty skilled at the game, or people who don't know how to use the satchel, people who can't play the game, or people who cannot aim. Okay, Now on to all the weapons. Sorry about that.
The death of the king, the first bush, that means there's one bush left that represents the era of...
I already talked about all the assault rifle ones, except for this one. I actually don't know the stereotype for this one. The submachine one. The car. This is usually a noob who sees this weapon as the weapon on the front of the game and say, hey, why don't I try this out? The alternator, usually a noob's secondary.
Audrey, if you're gonna play that, you need to come put it on your bed. I can't take it next to my TV anymore.
And the Volt, well, I don't know the stereotype for this one. The Spitfire is usually for this class, which is more of a frontline thing that is heavy. The L-Star is usually for, well, usually for people who are really good at managing ammo. Really good. The Devotion, I don't know a stereotype for this one. I think it may be the shield, the frontline again. Sniper rifles. Now on to sniper rifles. The Crabber, usually starting off as a sniper. They try out this gun. The Double Take. Usually somebody who has been a sniper for a little while, seeing something cool, a cool double laser sniper. And the longbow, well, this is just for pro snipers.
Pretty liberal, but
The shotguns, there's the AVA auto, which is really just, I guess, for shotgun noobs, shotgun pros. The Mastiff is for shotgun pros. There's the Sidewinder, which I think is, which is just a noob who wanted a grenade launcher, an EPG for a decent grenade launcher player. The Softball for a very good player, and this is just for people to save up their credits. And pistols, the Wingman Elite, for people who probably just saw someone murder them with it, and they're like, wow, this weapon must be OP. Small shotgun. It's usually for shotgunners. The shotgunners that don't like, they're more of the screen to be taken up. And this pistol is usually, as I said, for the rusher. This is usually for people who see this and they're like, hey, cool, futuristic pistol. The B3 Wingman, usually for people who don't want to take up their first slot with the Wingman, so decide to put it on their second slot. Then there's the Charge Rifle, which is usually for people who love to snipe, but also need an anti-Titan weapon. The mag launcher, usually for pro grenade launcher people who want a more powerful grenade launcher. The Thunderbolt, usually for those runner players. The Archer, usually for high-level players who like a locked-on missile instead of just a normal missile.
You're talking about cops in that song. And then
Now on to the Titan stereotypes. Okay, first there's Ion. Usually a good fast learner, who are trying to do their best, but just haven't. But usually this is, or just somebody who wanted to go pro Ion and totally kill people. Yeah. Scorch. Usually people who are, usually, as I said a crap ton, grenade launcher people who love grenade launchers. This is the grenade launcher one after all. North Stars are usually snipers. Ronins are usually those runner guys I've been talking about. The tone is usually just one of those classes everybody uses. The Legion is usually one of those classes everybody uses, and the Monarch is usually that class that everybody uses. Now on to the last and the final thing, boosts and weapons. Usually for people who just love to use more powerful guns. Ticks. Usually for those fast players, since ticks do a lot of damage. Since ticks immediately kill people. Pilot Sentry. Usually just for snipers. Map Hack, also for snipers. Battery backup, usually for the heavy people. Usually people who like heavy people. Radar jammer, also for snipers.
33 degrees.
And Titan Sentry for grenade launchers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I am going to end the stream now. Let me just